What's up, Shopify brands? This is exactly how I structure creative testing for Facebook ads in 2025 to reduce wasted ad spend by over 70% without working 12-hour days and pumping out 30 plus creatives per week. Let's jump straight into it. So a little bit about my background and why you should actually trust a guy with a green microphone in his video. I've been in performance and growth marketing, helping growth stage Shopify DTC giants scale from 6 to multiple 7 figures per month over the last 7 years. And I've been able to generate over $100 million in paid advertising revenue for brands like AndCaller, LastCrumb, and Manly Bands, just to name a few. Some screenshots and examples from my previous work and some of the incredible brands that I've been able to partner with, 9-figure companies, multiple 8-figure brands. And I've also been able to help dozens of brands make the jump from 5 figures a month to high 6 figures and even 7 figures per month through the strategies that I'm going to teach you in this video. Let's keep going on. So let's start with some of the problems you're probably currently facing in creative testing and some of the reasons why you may have clicked on this video. Number one, you probably have testing and scaling campaigns, separate campaigns where you test ad sets. And if those ad sets perform under a certain criteria, you move them into a scaling campaign to try and pump more budget. But every time you find a winner, you move it into the scaling campaign and it dies. Sound familiar? Number two, you're spending significantly on your testing campaign, but the majority of tests fail, burning through your budget very quickly, hurting your overall account performance, and ultimately leaving you with less money in your pocket. Very bad. So this is a common mistake because there's so much misinformation about how to properly structure ad accounts. And in reality, when you have a separate testing campaign and a scaling campaign, I like to use the analogy by one of my previous mentors, Charlie, who basically says that testing individual ads and then using your own personal criteria after a certain number of purchases, that is usually the one that most people use, it would almost be like hiring 20 salespeople and then firing 19 based on early results. Imagine if you had a sales team and you fired everyone after their first month. You're not going to have sufficient data to properly validate the performance of those ads. And this is essentially what's hurting your ad account. You are using a testing campaign and a scaling campaign, and your criteria for assessing whether or not a testing ad should go into the scaling campaign, truthfully, does not have enough data for those results to be verifiable and trustworthy, which is why when you bring them into the scaling campaign, they die. You are essentially firing your ads or firing your salespeople based on month one results. Totally unfair. And it leaves you with only one good salesperson, and then you don't have a sales team and you can't make any money. So the solution to this is an account structure that allows you to test as many creatives as you want while allocating the majority of your budget to the ads that produce the highest ROI at any given moment. Let's move on to the why. So I'm going to break down sort of the philosophy of this creative testing structure, because once you understand the why, you'll realize how fickle and how insufficient other testing strategies are and why testing and scaling campaigns simply don't measure up. So when we create a campaign, we select an outcome that Facebook should optimize for. In 99% of cases, these are conversions, namely purchase conversions. Unless you want anything else in your account, 99% of your budget at any given moment should be optimizing for purchases. And for any given ad budget, Facebook allocates the spend proportionally to the ad's ability to generate this conversion objective. Our bidding strategy informs at what cost should Facebook try to generate this conversion objective. We can either set purchase conversions at the lowest cost, which is the default bidding strategy, or purchase conversions at a target CPA or return on ad spend. Thus, in any campaign, Facebook allocates spend to wherever it can get the most purchases, as predicated by the selection of our campaign objective. Subsequently, if Facebook has the opportunity to spend on 2 ads, whichever ad receives a higher volume of spend represents the better opportunity to achieve our campaign objective, purchase conversions, and depending on the bidding strategy, either at the lowest cost or at a certain target CPA. The Facebook algorithm is making trillions of calculations to predict the likelihood of a user to respond favorably to the ad. It's doing these calculations at an incomprehensible level of complexity and speed and efficiency that the human brain cannot comprehend. running a separate testing campaign and scaling campaign means that you are essentially assuming you can more accurately predict user behavior than Facebook. This is not and will never be true. If there is any media buyer out there that believes that they have a better criteria for assessing whether or not an ad has a high probability to generate conversions that is better than Facebook's, you should turn in the other direction and not let them anywhere near your ad account. Might be a hot take, but that's my opinion. Therefore, the most effective way from a performance standpoint, purely from performance, to conduct creative testing is to structure our campaign in a way that leverages Facebook's capacity for predicting user behavior and allocating spend proportionally to the ads that generate purchase conversions at the lowest cost or at our target CPA, depending on the bidding strategy. In layman's terms, we want any new ads that we introduce into our account to have to earn spend from our proven ads. They need to be a better opportunity of investment for our ad dollars than our proven ads. So when we run testing campaigns and scaling campaigns, those new ads will always get spend regardless of how they measure against our proven ads. So they will always get spent. But when we put them in the same campaign together, we essentially force Meta to make a decision as to which group of ads represents the highest possible ROI for our ad dollars and the best opportunity to generate purchase conversions at the lowest cost or at our target CPA. When you don't have them in the same campaign and you have them in separate campaigns, Facebook is going to spend on unproven ads essentially, regardless of how their ability to achieve this outcome compares to our proven ads, which is why testing ads might perform better in the short term, but the second you try to pump more budget into them, they fizzle out. So if we put a group of brand new ads in the same campaign as a group of high performing ads, Facebook will naturally allocate spend to the ads that are most likely to achieve the campaign objective. This means any new ad set must essentially earn its share of budget by outperforming the proven ads in terms of cost efficiency or volume of conversions. If Facebook doesn't allocate spend to a new ad, it's because the algorithm has determined that the ad does not create better opportunities than the winning ads already in the campaign. This is key. At the same time, this also ensures that you lose less money because your ad spend is always flowing toward your highest performing ads at any given moment. And by structuring campaigns this way, you avoid wasting money on underperforming ads and you let Facebook efficiently manage the budget to achieve your campaign objective. So we're essentially saying, Facebook, your criteria and your ability to predict user behavior is far greater than mine is and ever will be. As such, I want to structure my campaign so that I essentially give Facebook full reign and control to determine of all of my ads, which ones are going to generate me the most efficient purchase conversions for my given budget. Now, because we're doing testing and scaling in one campaign, and we have one budget that is shared across all of our ads, because we know that based on everything that we've talked about and just went through so far, logically speaking, Facebook will always allocate spend towards the ads that will generate you the most conversions at the lowest cost or at your target CPA, or in other words, the most conversions and the most ROI. As a result, we can have confidence that we will lose a significantly less portion of money when we structure testing this way. Because if an ad does not create better opportunities and is not a better opportunity of ROI than our other ads or our proven ads or our older ads, then the spend will not go there. And so if the spend is always going towards the ads that are the most efficient at producing purchase conversions at either the lowest cost or at our target CPA, then our budget is always working the hardest for us at any given moment. This means we don't have to burn money in a testing phase before we make money in a scaling phase. We do testing and scaling in one campaign, and we're essentially always scaling because at any given point, our budget is always going towards the ads that are the most efficient and that produce the most ROI. Hopefully you're still following along and all of that makes perfect sense, because at this point, now that we understand sort of the why, we're going to get into the how, which is basically how do you actually structure this? Okay, so I have a quote. When you're running this structure, where the ad spend goes, profit flows. This is the structure. One CBO campaign. We set the campaigns up per product, per offer, per landing page, and per country. If you are a brand spending less than $10,000 a day, you should only have one campaign. A very quick way to assess what product you should actually run in your one campaign. It should be the product that most efficiently creates the highest volume of profitable customer journeys. Another very easy way, if you had to remove one product from your website right now, which product could you remove that would kill your business the fastest, that would put you out of business and bankrupt you the fastest? For every brand that I've worked with, even high SKU fashion accounts, there's always one product or one category or set of products that produces anywhere from 50 to 80% of this total sales revenue for the year. Again, choose the product that, if you removed today, would kill your business the fastest. Most of the time, that's the product that you want to build your campaign around. We're doing one CBO campaign. If you have an account where you already have proven ads, in this CBO campaign, we're going to have one ad set that contains all of our proven ads. Your proven ads are the ones that have spent the most, because where the spend goes, profit flows. Your ads that have spent the most and also generated conversions at an acceptable CPA. So the highest volume of profitable impact to your business, those are the ads that you want to put into this top performers ad set. There's no minimum or maximum. If it's a high performing ad, throw it into this ad set. This then becomes the benchmark, or it becomes two things. It becomes the benchmark, which our new unproven ads will have to compete against, but it also becomes the stability and predictability in our ad account, because we're taking all of our top performers and then we insert this new ad set, which is a new creative test, a new batch of creatives. You're going to group your new creatives by angle, concept, or format. So angle could be a specific pain point that you're targeting. Concept could be 3 reasons why, and format could be image or video at a super high level. Do as many creatives in that creative test as you want. You might have seen the 3-2-2 method, which is a great method, and I've used it a ton. But personally, I found that the quality of the creative far outweighs the structure of the ad set that you use. So if you want to do a 10-5-5 creative with 10 videos, 5 images, and 5 headlines, my personal belief is that regardless of whatever way you structure it, Facebook is going to find the most profitable investment for your ad dollars anyways. So if you want to do 3-2-2, feel free. To me, that's not the most important part. What is the most important part is that your campaign is structured like this. You have one ad set in your CBO campaign that has all of your top performers. And then we're doing our creative test by inserting a second ad set, which contains all of the new ads that we want to test. And because we're on CBO campaign, and a CBO campaign allocates budgets, or allocates the budget to the ad sets depending on their ability to produce conversions at our target cost, which is either lowest cost or target CPA, then wherever the spend goes, that is the best possible investment for your ad dollars at that time. Unless you believe that you have a better decision-making capacity on what makes a winning ad and predicting user behavior, then this is how you should be structuring your campaign. Giving the reins to Facebook, producing quality creative, doing market research, and fueling your creatives with evidence-based insights from your customer reviews, from customer sentiment online, organic social, and then allowing Facebook to be the dictator of how to allocate spend and predicting user behavior and which ads are the most likely to generate positive user behavior and lead to a favorable outcome for both Facebook and you. Unless, of course, you believe that your criteria for assessing a winning ad and the ability to predict user behavior is stronger than Facebook's, then by all means, go back to testing campaigns and scaling campaigns. But again, if you're watching this video, that's probably not going too well for you. So this is it. This is the campaign structure. This is exactly how I've been able to scale accounts from sending 70K a month all the way up to 300K a month in less than a month, is structuring it like this, testing new ads, competing against my top performers. And the best part of this structure is the performance becomes so consistent because 95% of the time my budget is going to the ads that are the best in my ad account. So I never have to worry because I fully trust in Facebook's ability to allocate spend based on the ads that are most likely to generate the best possible outcome. So if I have a campaign with one budget, with one ad set of top performing ads that I know spend a ton and they get consistent results, then I can have confidence that I'm not going to be burning all this extra money on testing because all of my ads, or all of my budget rather, is always going to the ads that work the best. So this is the structure. Again, as a recap, one CBO campaign, completely broad targeting, focusing on your hero product. Quick way to find the hero product. Identify which product, if you took offsite right now and went offline, would kill your business the fastest. That's the product you want to build your campaign around. Then you're going to create one ad set that's going to be your top performers. Look back over the maximum timeline of your ad account, find the ads that have spent the most and produce the most favorable outcomes for your business. Put those into the top performers ad set. The function of this top performers ad set is to, number one, provide stability and predictability in your performance because they're the top performers. And number two, to provide a control variable that we can test new creatives against. Or in other words, a way for us to measure new creative tests based on whether or not they actually earn spend from what is historically a group of our highest performing ads. We're launching new creative tests. I recommend 1 to 2 times per week. You can go above that with confidence and with very little downside because again, you have that top performers in there. So if you launch 40 ads and all of them suck, well, guess what? Those aren't going to get any spend. And all the while, all of your spend has been flowing to your top performers. You literally cannot lose with this setup. We're launching creative tests. We're grouping them by angle, concept, or format. We're doing either 3-2-2 method or we're doing 10 creatives. It really doesn't matter. Just group your creatives. If you do a couple variations, throw them into one ad set. You can test anywhere from 2 to 5 ad sets at any given point in time. I like to limit it to less than 5 because I find it's just a lot easier to stay organized when you're launching a bunch of creatives like that. But in theory, you could launch as many ad sets as you want. You could have 100 ad sets. And as long as you're running CBO campaign, that spend is always going to go to the ads that produce the best possible ROI for your ad dollars. So it really doesn't matter. That's why I don't concern myself with 3-2-2 or 10-2-2 or whatever. Just put the ads in there. And as long as they're in a CBO competing against your other ads, you're fine. Okay, let's do a quick recap and conclude this video. So one campaign, one goal. By combining creative testing and scaling into a single campaign, we leverage Facebook's algorithm to allocate spend where it generates the best results. This removes unnecessary complexity from your account structure. And if you haven't noticed, or if you haven't kind of deduced this just yet, this is very simple to manage. It takes like 10 minutes a day, which is great. I'm a very lazy advertiser, right? I want to figure out how to do less work and make more money. I'm not trying to substantiate my entire identity by imbuing all of these overly complex structures so that I can validate my worth as a media buyer. I'm very lazy and I want Facebook to do everything for me. And it's worked. So the role of the algorithm, Facebook's machine learning thrives when given clear objectives and high quality inputs. So you need to provide it with high quality inputs. Remove your focus from interests, audiences, and media buying structures and put them back on the creative, on optimizing your business model, on increasing your repeat customer rate, increasing your 30-day LTV, giving people products that they want to come back and buy again, creating community, creating a Facebook page, going harder on organic social. These are things that will have a much higher impact than whether or not you're using a 10% lookalike or the sports interest. Validated creatives equal scalable assets. The testing process isn't about finding lucky ads or waiting for ads to get, once this ad gets 10 purchases, it's a winner, right? That's not what this is about. It's about systematically validating which ads deliver consistent results so you can confidently scale with proven assets. Efficient spend equals a better ROI. This structure ensures your budget flows to the ads that actually work, protecting your ad dollars from being wasted on underperforming assets. A lot of media buyers tend to forget that the whole point of running ads is to make more money, which is why I don't care about account structures. I don't care about attribution. I care about what the P&L says. And as long as I'm getting a better ROI, I really don't care how Facebook allocates the spend. Truthfully, I really don't. Trust the system. Facebook's algorithm isn't your competitor. It's your partner. They need advertisers on the platform. They need to provide a good product. A lot of people think the algorithm is working against them. No, they're trying to make it easier to work with them. The things that they're removing are the things that don't matter. And when you work with the system and not against it, scaling your business becomes predictable and sustainable. On top of that, there's no point in resisting. You might as well figure out how to work with automation and streamline campaigns instead of working against it. And lastly, the big takeaway, stop fighting Facebook's system with outdated strategies. Focus on solving actual business problems through creative testing and improving the quality of your business. And you'll set up your campaigns for scalable success. Make your life easier, reduce the time that you're spending in the ad account. Focus on improving your business and providing Facebook with as high quality of assets as you can provide. And I promise you, you will spend less time in your ad account and you will make more money. And with that, I conclude this video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you got a ton of value out of this. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. As you guys know, I have another YouTube channel and I'm starting this second channel to be able to provide higher quality videos and content for growth stage Shopify brands, ideally anywhere from 50 to 100K a month, looking to make that jump to 7 figures or even multiple 7 figures per month. I've put together a completely free masterclass for Shopify brands that are doing at least $50,000 a month, where I teach all of these systems and strategies that I've used over the last 7 years to generate over $100 million in Facebook ad revenue, with the sole goal of helping you learn how to make more money with less time. So if you're interested in taking that free masterclass, check out one of the first links in the description to join it for completely free, no strings attached. If you'd rather work with me directly and have me run your ads for you, then check out the second link in the description, book a call, and we'll find a time and we'll chat. Otherwise, wherever you are in the world, hope you have an incredible rest of your day. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.